We live in a world of lies. I only know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. Socrates. Let me see the facts behind all matters and things. Muhammad. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Jesus. Many years ago, I was a radio host for an internet-based company, cutting my teeth as a reputable host. I was the one who was asked to break the story of Osama Bin Laden's death back in 2011. That event changed me in more ways than one. I was badly traumatized. A meathead who looked at something or gained knowledge he's not supposed to. I became embittered and angry that the world believed and wanted to hear nothing but lies. After all, speaking facts in a society built up with lies is a revolutionary movement. With limited resources and alone, after an incident that got me fired from my position as the COO of the radio station, I looked for ways to tell the truth without the fear of persecution. But every time I did so, I was met with hostility and indifference. It was as if my voice didn't matter. Ready to join the annals of forgotten and buried history, I tried my hand at gaining attention by various other topics and my cognizance with a rough worldview. I found myself without a voice. Gaining it all back was an arduous and long journey, something I'd reveal gradually with the passage of time. The third most important event in my life was the 2020 pandemic. Funnily enough, that is when I found many of my friends standing on the correct side of history. And for the first time ever, I found myself surrounded by like-minded people who knew the difference between facts and fiction, truth and lies, honor and dishonor. It made me question a lot of things, but the lingering question was always, what is the fact of the matter? And what are the facts, period? Which led me to a much bigger realization. Everything, and I mean everything, is warped and wrapped up in a layer of lies. There are lies told and written in everything. Education is a lie. Medicine is a lie. Sport is mired in lies. There are so many lies told about law that calling the courts purveyors of justice is nothing short of abject mockery of the law. The most important question we can ask with ourselves is, what is the truth of the matter? By asking this question, one arguably is closer to the grave, because this all-important question shakes the proverbial and literal foundations of the ruling class. So one must ask it with great care. It takes more than one's fair share of courage to acknowledge one's own false, fixed beliefs, and even higher courage to speak. Another fact of the matter is that once you start asking the questions, you'll go through the 5 stages of grief If you have never uncovered a lie before, you will be angry. You'll feel betrayed. You will feel like you're worthless. You'll even feel sad. Whatever you do, do not give in to anger. The angrier you get, the more chances there are for you to make a mistake. What will be your next move? It depends on what you decide upon once you know the facts and the truth. It depends on that decision, and every subsequent step you take is dependent on that one decision. Your entire worldview will come crashing down, and you'll be forced to accept things as they are, not how you would like them to be. Now, to make any change possible in the world, you can create your team. You can create a method that changes things for the better. What you cannot do is be angry about it or damage yourself or harm others. Another angle you can think from about this, of course, is to be careful of what someone tells you to get you to hate someone else. What can you do to find the truth of the matter? What moves the people the way they do? What are their motivations? And so on. There's no such thing as the ultimate truth. Only ultimate facts. Let me demonstrate. One does not have to use a flashlight to try to find the sun in the sky. Even a blind person can easily point towards the source and accurately gauge its location. The location of the sun is an ultimate fact. Any action, motion, or deliberation is a fact upon deliverance, whether there are witnesses of it or not. The results of that action or motion are plain as daylight to measure with the condition of thinking, also known as a person's intent, that can be gauged by the results they get after performing an action in the real world. Even something as simple as talking to someone to become more competent in any field can be gauged. The more success a person gets as a result of finding the truth of the matter, the purer and more reliable their intentions seem or become evident. Ask yourself some questions the next day you go into work and pay your taxes. Was the money I'm earning already taxed? Are the goods and services that the company purchases were taxed? If the income I'm earning was taxed before given to me, why am I paying yet more taxes on it? See, the objective here is to have you think critically, not to stop paying your taxes. What other laws of nature can we gauge with tools of measurement, such as mathematics and empirical analysis? Why haven't we yet been able to develop interdimensional speed travel to other planets and systems? What or who is holding us back? Why are we asked to deny that which we see with our own eyes, hear with our own ears, and experience with our emotions? You can verify your enslavement by questioning the official narrative and criticizing a certain class of people, and see how your jailers treat you. In all honesty, you don't need to take up such dangerous experiments upon yourself. You can learn from Socrates, who was executed by the Athenian democracy for corrupting the youth. First, build the courage to ask yourself the most important question: where does the truth lie? What are the facts? And once you have enough strength, ask this question from those around you. The end.